See if I can't lower it. There we go. There's the Des. There is the Des. Making sure we are legit here. And we are live. I want to make sure I put a little bit of the Des on there. Des Rants. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Rants with Des. This past week, Trump got two huge victories. I know I'm going live again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time. But this is what I call Rants with Des shorts here on the YouTube. It's one of those things that's I do it on Instagram. I don't do it on Facebook. I don't do it on Facebook. It's one of those things where I will do this from time to time. I plan on doing one of these actually on Saturday between 7 and 8 o'clock. Once I know more so the time, I will actually do a thing on Instagram so people will know. At the end of the day, it's good times are had by all. It's a glorious day to be alive. It really, really is. I love the fact that the Wicked Witch frickin' finally dropped out. We have a lot to talk about today on this one. Um, so once again, like always, happy evening, night, morning, and afternoon, and Wednesday through Tuesday. This is the only time I care about your feelings because I don't want to make sure I offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now that part is actually all said and done. I don't even have my rooster on, but I will bring on my little chickadee. My little chickadee. There she is. And we go like this before we get serious. Oh, sorry, the camera's over here. Okay. You always got to have some kind of fun stuff around here. Let's be honest. It's good times. So let's continue on with the whole thing with Trump. The fact is, not only with the Supreme Court, they decided to actually rule in Trump's favor, but finally Nikki Haley decided to drop out. What a glorious day to be a Trump supporter. Um, this is really a big deal. It really is because finally now we actually have the Super Bowl, you could say. We have on the right, AK, actually, so this would be the right because I know cameras are gay ass backwards. We got Donald J. Trump, the megastar, versus the Sleepy Joe that doesn't even go out of his basement, but he has to now because he's the so called president. I love it. It's like one of those things. Come on, man, you know the thing. Oh, we know the thing there, Joe, but you're always sleepy. I know my eyes always look sleepy too. I got this from certain people in my family. It is what it is. I can see just fine, though. I can see just fine. I can see the camera here. All right, there it is. And all the Rick and roll crap. I can see right there, and all around me. So, oh, man. But that's for a different story. But let's get back on to Trump. First and foremost, the Supreme Court actually ruled in Trump's favor, which was huge. Two huge wins. And then this morning, Nikki Haley, God bless her soul, she finally dropped out. What a glorious day to be an actual Trumper. And now we have the WrestleMania match. We have the Super Bowl match. We have the World Series planned already, many months in advance. It is a glorious day to be alive. So I actually asked a coworker today at work. He used to be in the military, so that's why I was all excited because when I found out Nikki had finally dropped out, I was pretty excited about it. So I talked to him. He's like, well, he's I'll vote for him because he's better less than two evils. And he gave me a good answer why he said what he did. But I'm gonna actually counter that with my answer tonight on this one. Um, what he said is he doesn't actually act presidential. That's what his answer was to me, and I get it. We've never actually had a candidate. We've never actually ever had a president like him, and I get it. At the end of the day, though, once again, I get what he was saying, but I could have went further on, but we were just starting work for the day, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to push it any further than that. But at the end of the day, when you look at the whole picture of what Trump has done compared to any recent president, you don't have to actually act presidential as long as you're getting the stuff done that you said you were going to do. A lot of these other asshats never touched a single thing that they said they were going to do. Trump's border wall was getting built. Pipeline was getting, everything was good to go there. We had so much more stuff that were actually going our direction. Stock market was through the roof. Inflation was down. Jobs were actually in America and coming back to America. It was one of those things that was common sense, and it was a glorious time to be alive. Those 3 years, because the last year was the China virus. What is so scary is people seem to keep forgetting about this. People are so narrow minded because under Trump, we had the glorious time during those 3 years. And then under Joe Biden, everything goes down the crapper. Boom, the first thing he does is shut down the pipeline. Boom, everything he does, what Trump did, he shuts it down. The fact is, what is so scary about this at the end of the day is people are so simple minded, they forget about what the glorious time we actually had under Trump. Yes, he's not presidential, but maybe that's what we need, a person that's not a presidential person. We don't have to be a freaking Obama or a Bill Clinton or a George W. Bush or any other Bushes or any other freaking rigmarole bullshit. Prior to those guys, the last great president was Reagan, which was also not presidential. He was an actor. I love these facts because you know what? People seem to forget about the stuff, the small stuff of what Trump actually has done for this country. Um, I wanted to tell him all that stuff, but at the same time, you know what? I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let this one go. Let it slide. Let it slide. Because once Trump becomes president again, and I do believe he will, and thank you, Nikki, to finally drop out. I really wanted to play The Wicked Witch is Dead. Do, 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 do. It's a great song. I hate I hate musicals, but that's actually one I can tolerate. The Flying Monkeys are hilarious. I'm like, they're so stupid. It's funny. I mean, where the hell do you come up with this stuff? But you know, just say it is what it is. At the end of the day, when it comes down to the whole thing, the whole rigmarole, you're waiting for that. We need Trump in there one more term, and I've already talked to a couple people about who I thought he would do for VP. It would be glorious if it would be like Tucker Carlson. Imagine the kniff shit of a rigmarole crap that the left would actually have. They can't stand Tucker. They can't stand Trump. And those two would just actually have a heyday. And I guarantee you they would win with a landslide. The people are sick of liberals. They're sick of the Democratic way, and they're tired of the rhinos. Um, I really think they would win in a big ass landslide. Yeah, the blue states, they'll still be dumbasses. Let's be honest, they're schmucks, and they just think that Trump's the worst. I still don't get it though. I've told you guys this before. I'm not sure if I did it last time on here. I really don't pay attention. I watch a little bit of the live to see how I sounded because that's why the mic is down here. Because the last time I could hear my breathing, I'm like, yeah, nobody wants to hear me breathe. It's like, yeah, nobody wants to hear that. So that's why it's gonna be staying down here. I'm pretty sure it'll be just as fine. Um, but you have Trump. Yeah, I did say this already on here. But you've got money that let you ground by the undercarriage, which they do. Women don't care. A lot of women don't care. I'm not saying all. Not all women are gold digging whores. Not all women are. But there's enough out there that would actually. But then you got Joe Biden actually sniffing children on camera. And the left has got nothing to say about that. To me, that says it all when it comes down to it. And what is so scary about this, at the end of the day, the fact we now know where people stand with a lot of crap. And that should scare everybody. Trump is not a saint. We never voted him in as a saint. We put him in there as a businessman. And at the end of the day, that's what he was doing. He was running America like it should have been as a business. I got the biggest red button. Don't dare make me push it. I will push it. Don't make me push it. At the end of the day, that's basically what he was there for. He was at the end when you rather actually have your leader as kind of a dick towards other countries and actually cool with you as the people of your country. Doesn't matter if it's America, Canada, Mexico, Germany, Spain, France, whatever country. Those are the ones that came on top of my head. At the end of the day, if that's my leader and he's actually fighting for us, actually as our world leader, as our leader of a free nation, wouldn't you want that? What scares me at the end of the day that there's so many anti-Trumpers at this point where they're so retardedly stupid when it comes. First off, they watch CNN, MSNBC, and even some of Fox News is can and gay at this point. I'll be talking about the LGBTQIA plus whatever tomorrow night. I got a lot to say about that one, but that's for a different time. At the end of the day, what pisses me off is so many people are so silly because they think that Trump is basically like a another Hitler. They see him as basically another dictator, which he will never be. Because remember, the first term, we've already had a term of Trump already. He was not there for the inauguration of the, not my president, Joe Biden. I can't actually call him my president because he never won. Hey, and YouTube, you can't take this, then monetize this either because you've actually, the whole election thing. So suck it on that one. In the end, I love this story because we have a rematch of 2020. And this time, there's a big man, and he's coming to actually play. And what scares the left at the end of the day, when Trump wins, because it's going to be a landslide, because people are done with the Joe Biden and Kamala regime, um, there's going to be some payback. I believe Trump is going to actually take care of the swamp like he said he was going to do in the first election. I know the IG is getting some of my stuff on there. First off, I got 14 subscribers right now, so ooh, very scary. I love it. It's one of those things where good times are always had by all. I really don't care. I The fact is, if they shut me down on this one, I will actually just start my thing on Rumble. So it's one of those things where I'm saying it straight out there because you know what? That's how much I care. I want to start it here, but at the end of the day, my goal is to be on both here and on the Rumble. I think there's an app where you can do them both at the same time, which would be fantastic. But getting back to Trump, Trump actually cares about the American people. Doesn't matter if you're black, Hispanic, Asian, white. By the way, notice how I saved the white for last? Because you know what? I don't have to say white first. We all are people of God, and Trump is also a God person. At the end of the day, I believe that God brought us Trump, and He'll bring us back to Trump again in 2024 in November. It'll be a glorious time. When it comes to Trump, I'm not saying he's everybody's cup of tea. Never said he was. But what I'm excited about at the end of the day is you'll have more money in your pocket if we get him back in the office. We'll have more respect for our military and the police departments under Trump again. Our border will be secured. That's another fun one. The fact that the left says that it's us on the right that doesn't want the border secured. No, no, no. You guys did this to yourself. Now you're just using us as a scapegoat. You always wanted those borders wide open. Oh man, this show just can't get any better at this point. It's just keep watching. The show is only getting started right now at this point. I'm excited about it because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, the war that's brewing right now is a glorious one, and we will win in the end. Trump, The reason why I love Trump so damn much is because he actually loves the American people, and he actually loves the world. Under his administration, no new world wars at all. That's huge. No recent president has actually ever done that. No new wars. All you got to say is my red button is bigger than yours, and they actually are scared of him. That's what you got to do. It's called common sense, but you know what? Tomato, tomato, common sense, not common sense. It is what it is. But I think that's all I got to say on this one. It's uh, it's one of those things where we're at war, and we're gonna win when it comes to Trump. And a lot of people, Des, why do you talk about Trump so damn much? Because he is the one guy that actually cares about this country. So, for politician wise. So, once again, like always, I'm calling this one good for the nights. 15 minutes in. What the hell? Once again, I love you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Time ish, within a couple minutes of that 7 o'clock time. Once again, happy holidays. Because you know what? It's time to piss off the liberals like they do to us when they say happy holidays only during Christmas time. Every time of year is happy holidays, baby. The left will always make up a different holiday, so why not say happy holidays all year round? Until next time, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Time. Peace.